Now to Los Angeles, to the body found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to a well-known singer. The body identified as a teenage girl missing for more than a year. Well, tonight, investigators are now at the home where that singer had been staying, removing several items. And here's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, law enforcement sources say the LAPD spent hours searching the Hollywood Hills home of star singer David after they say the remains of a missing teen girl were found inside the performer's Tesla. Detectives removing multiple items from the home overnight, including a computer. Police say the Tesla had been abandoned not far from there.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it. So all a little odd.
On Wednesday, the LA medical examiner announced the remains in the Tesla's front trunk belonged to Celeste Rivas. This image confirmed as her by police. She went missing from this Southern California neighborhood more than a year ago when she was just 13. The medical examiner is now trying to determine her cause and time of death, saying Rivas had a tattoo on her right index finger reading "shh." And while that tattoo is not uncommon, photos appear to show David with a similar tattoo on his finger. The singer's not been charged with any crime and has not made any comments so far. Tonight, David's scheduled performance at the Grammy Museum next week has been removed from the site. It comes hours after a Seattle concert was also abruptly canceled.
And law enforcement sources say much of this case hinges on the medical examiner determining a cause of death. But given the state of the body, that is proving to be quite difficult.
I'm going to be real here and say I've never listened to any of this guy's songs or never really was a fan and hadn't heard about this guy until yesterday, but holy shit. That title is not an over-exaggeration, because I said this yesterday on Twitter, and you probably don't follow my Twitter. I mean, you don't even need to go follow it because I'm not even active over there, but I said on my Twitter, I quote tweeted a post that shows a leaked image of him and this supposed 15-year-old, right? The one that was murdered. And I mean, when every detail comes into place, even if this David guy didn't commit the murder and it wasn't him or it was a setup or whatever, best case scenario, this guy is a fucking pedo. And you can't convince me otherwise. Really? He's 20 years old and this girl happens to be, or happened to be before, you know, she was tragically murdered, 15 years old. And I'm hearing all these things about how they were dating and whatnot and they've known each other for years. So you're telling me, okay, a few years or even just like a couple years back, he would have been around 17 or 18 years old. And who knows, he could have known this girl like way back. I don't even know how they knew each other or what. I don't think anybody really does, or how that all started. But I've been hearing that apparently they were in a relationship and there's around a 5 to 6 year age gap. So that means even if we were to say like, oh, hey, they've only known each other for a couple of years, he would have been 17 or 18 with a 12 or 13 year old. So even in the best case scenario where, oh, hey, he didn't commit the murder, which I highly doubt that's the case. But again, innocent until proven guilty. I guess we know one thing for sure though, and that is even if he didn't commit the murder, he's done. He's just cooked. His life is ruined. Now, given I have heard some theories of, hey, well, what if he murdered her because he knew that if that ever came out with her age and whatnot, like his career would be over. Maybe that's why. And maybe he tried replacing her with somebody else with the same exact name. Now, these are theories. These are theories that I've seen on Twitter. So, I mean, you know how Twitter is, but no, if that's the case, if that's what he did, he's fucking stupid. Because of course his career probably, I mean, honestly, a lot of people would look like at him with a side eye and whatnot and stop being a fan of him. But there are also a lot of people who probably wouldn't stop being fans. So why, like, I just don't get it, bro. This is a fuck situation. This is probably the most disturbing shit I've seen in a very long time, given all of the details. Now, I guess besides that, for anybody who is unaware of the situation, David is a 20-year-old really popular singer and I guess songwriter too. As far as I'm aware, he used to be like a Fortnite streamer back in like 2021 or so, and then his songs started blowing up, so he's been like going on tour and whatnot, and we'll get into his music and like what it was about a little bit later. But that's why you're hearing this like all over the place. This is why everybody and their mom and their grandma and their fucking like children are talking about this. It's because he's pretty popular. I think he has like 2 million followers over on his Instagram. So yeah, that's why you've been hearing about this a lot all over the place, even on like nightly news and like mainstream. TMZ is covering it too. And it's because this is fucking huge. Because not only do we have this guy like being in a relationship with somebody when he's 20 years old who is 15 years old, it just so happened that in his impounded vehicle in the front trunk, they found and identified this body that was in the trunk of his impounded Tesla. And they were saying it was dismembered and all of that, and just truly horrific shit. Now, since all of this has came out, I mean, like you guys heard in the beginning, he was on tour, and it looks like he, as of like, I'm pretty sure yesterday when all of this started breaking, he decided to cancel his whole like North American tour. And ever since all this stuff started breaking, he hasn't said anything. His team hasn't said anything about the situation, which, let's be real, it's probably better just to like not say anything for now. I mean, you better lawyer up. You better call Saul, man, because bro, this is awful. This is like the most insane, horrific shit that I've ever seen, especially when it comes down to allegations. I mean, if you guys have been subscribed to the channel, like we cover allegations like all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but you know, we have talked about many allegations in the past. And this one, along with, I guess, this 5-year age gap and whatnot, him dating a minor, like this probably has to be like the worst string of allegations I have seen anybody be hit with. And the sad part about it too is it's probably true. Now, again, he's innocent until proven guilty, but I mean, one of the things, I mean, it's very clear that he was dating this this minor, this 15-year-old. So I mean, he's already cooked there. But I guess we have to see what happens with the murder and see if he's the one who did it. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised because this guy, he had songs like Romantic Homicide. And before you guys start connecting the dots, I figured I would just go over some of the lines of that song. But it actually turns out that a lot of David's music was released on Celeste's birthday. That's actually something that XQC found out when he was going through all of this over on his stream. And I mean, let's be real, props to him for that. Like, I'm surprised, XQC, I really am. But no, without further ado, let's take a look at some of these lyrics because, man, I mean, this shit's gonna hit you like a car going down the road, man. I'm scared. It feels like you don't care. Enlighten me, my dear. Why am I still here? Now, to go a little bit further in the song, in the back of my mind, you died and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Now, this could mean a number of things, but I mean, it gets worse. In the back of my mind, I killed you and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. Do I love you? No, I hate you. In the back of my mind, you died and I didn't even cry, not a single tear. And then again, I killed you and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I love you. This is another thing that I figured I would bring up too. It's like, to the people who listen to this music, man, like, I'm not sure how many of you guys pay attention to the lyrics, but is this not sus? Like, I've heard other people talk about this and they're like, well, the reason why we didn't really pay it much attention or think that much was going on here was because it was poetic. It was fucking poetic. Like, this is crazy, along with what happened, by the way. I mean, we don't know that it was him who did it, but I mean, it was in his fucking car, okay? Like, the body was in his fucking car. And it doesn't help when you have songs like this claiming that I killed you and I didn't even regret it. Like, it's just disturbing shit. Like, this is some of the shit that was coming out yesterday. People were going through the songs and whatnot. He has other songs that I'm pretty sure are like similar to this and whatnot. But I think you guys get the point here. Like, this is just like, this is why I said this is so disturbing. This is more than just, oh, hey, you know, he was dating somebody underage and then, you know, the same exact person's body is found in his car. And this song came out in 2022. So, I mean, like, I feel like this song was the precursor to what happened. That's what I believe. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, that's what I feel like I believe right now. Like, this is just insane, man. Now, on top of this, there have been many things like just floating around Twitter, along with this image right here, which somebody talks about a theory that they have on David potentially like switching out the young Celeste for an older Celeste. And then, you know, he potentially got rid of the younger Celeste, you know, because of the effects that it would have on his career if it ever came out that, you know, he was dating somebody underage by like 5 or 6 years. Like, there's no defending that. He would be cooked, but not the amount of him being cooked for murdering somebody. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's read this here. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was killed all the way back back before the 8th of June. According to the report of her missing body, the body was heavily decomposed and chopped up. Depending on the longevity of the decomposition, we won't really know if this theory is true or not. But to continue on with the story, I believe that after killing Celeste Hernandez, David's obsession with her would not go away, and that he would look for someone to fill her place. This is where Celeste Herrera enters. As seen in the two photos, the new Celeste is wearing the same exact one the deceased one last seen missing with. I think they're talking about, you know, clothing and whatnot. This leads me to believe that David knew of Celeste's death and gave the new Celeste her jacket after she was killed. Unironically, XQC went and discovered that many of David's songs and music videos premiered on Celeste Hernandez's birthday, contributing to the fact that David was obsessed with her, and apparently her birthday is on September 7th. Reason for the murder: some people speculate that Celeste Hernandez wanted to leave David and go back home, but David would not allow her to because he knew that if anyone found out about their relationship, his career would be ruined, so he decided to kill her. Cause of death is still unknown. So yeah, I just wanted to say, once again, that's a theory, doesn't mean it's true. Now anyways, besides that theory, some of the other stuff that's been coming out is there's been screenshots of them interacting, pictures of them together, and also David saying some pretty like suspicious things. And I'm not talking about like, you know, he was acting like a predator or something. No, we're talking about, you know how like in a lot of these stories about like, you know, shooters that, you know, educational places, right? Well, in a lot of these cases, you hear about like how they had a fascination and like, you know, abusing or killing animals and stuff like that. Well, we got something similar here, but instead it's not with animals or like killing or whatever. No, we actually have screenshots of David on Discord saying, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it, but you guys can see. He also admitted that he used to be addicted to watching blank videos. Like, this is an opinion, but this is why you always need to keep your eye on people who like seek out this sort of content or like enjoy this content, because there are websites out there still to this day, including on like the dark web, where you can find videos of like the most awful shit of people having like terrible things done to them in terms of like violence and whatnot, and like, you know, ending people, right? So when somebody admits that they used to be addicted to watching something so like horrific, even if it was in the past or whatnot, or they're saying like, oh hey, this is better than, you know, watching intimate videos, it's pretty suspicious. Looks like we got another screenshot. My parents are so fucking annoying. This is Celeste in 2022. They won't let me go see you perform. Broken heart. And then David said, don't worry, I'll fix it. And then we have an additional screenshot where David says, I'm so serious, bro. Girls my age are retarded. I mean, dude, that's just an opinion, but let's be real, man. Not all of them are. But even if they were, I couldn't see myself being a 20 or a 21-year-old, or I mean, let alone an adult, doing what you did. It's inappropriate and disgusting, and it should have never happened. And I mean, on top of that, like, bro, if this turns out to be true, man, like, I guess it's one thing to do something like disgusting like that, and I'm not like condoning or saying that people should fucking do that, because they shouldn't. It's fucking awful. But bro, just the fact that you were so selfish about your career to go and murder somebody and try to like, you know, hide their body and whatnot, if you did do this, because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear that, oh hey, yeah, he did it. Like, bro, on top of the fact that you probably would not be going to prison for the rest of your life, I mean, if you did do this, once again, we don't know if he did it or not. I mean, some people are saying that like he was convicted, which is your brain's broken, bro, or you just don't do research. That shit does not happen that fast. I mean, he's not even arrested yet. But no, I mean, this really shows a lot about like this David guy and how he was. That is, if this is true, you know, that he was the one who did it. Like, man, I just want to say you were probably better off like if people just found out about this. I mean, you should have never have done it in the first place, never initiated like a connection with somebody like that and then got into a relationship with them. But you'd probably be way better off if you hadn't tried to cover it up by getting rid of somebody. Like, was it really worth it? Now, anyways, moving on to some of the other stuff that has come out, we have another song to go over, and apparently this song was a song about Celeste. We have, so this is what it's like to not need weed to get me high. I love it when you hold me, when you cry, just because. Be my Valentine. I want to make you feel, yeah, I'm not going to say that. These are the kinds of thoughts that cross my mind, I guess. Just because. We have, oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. I mean, he just admits being obsessed there. Oh, Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed. If this happens to be about the underage person, man, bro's got a lot of explaining to do. And that's besides the murder. But you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. But I digress because I love you so much. Like, I think we get the point here. I find it a little odd that there's the line, missing you so much makes me depressed. I mean, this song came out in December 2023, so who knows? But anyways, moving on. It looks like we got other people coming out. Prayers to her family. I used to be close friends with David, and we dated when I was 16 and he was 18. We've seen each other IRL 2 times max, and there's so much more, but he introduced me to religion and whatnot, so I'm so shaken up by the fact that he could have done this. I remember a Celeste and have a pic of them together that I've seen in the past. And then the next screenshot just shows that apparently David was following this person who said this. So pretty interesting. Like, guys, I'm really not going to be able to go over everything. So, I mean, if you want to go on Twitter, just make sure you're not looking up things that are like, you know, and I guess sharing things that are like misinformation or like things that are like doctored potentially, because you never know with Twitter. But I'm going to try to cover most of what I can in this video, but there's just so much coming out. We have this picture of David and Celeste as text that says, Celeste and David don't let me sleep. And apparently it looks like they're on like a FaceTime call or something. We also have this tweet from Feared Buck saying that TMZ apparently has confirmed that this photo shows singer David near the area where the victim lived before she disappeared. Said photo should be up on your screen right now. The user who posted the picture alleged that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret. Very interesting, if true, but it's an allegation, so we don't know. Another thing that's been going around, David reportedly brings a casket, a wreath, and a notepad with a pencil for people to write letters to the deceased during his shows while on tour. Like, man, I've never seen anybody do this before, but it's pretty weird. This guy might have something going on with him, like some sort of mental illness, because I mean, why? This could be out of context, but I mean, this is just weird. If somebody knows more than this and why he does stuff like this, I mean, feel free to leave a comment because I'm not super familiar with the guy. I'm just covering the situation. We got a resurfaced clip of David on January 11, 2024, and it's him and what looks like to be Celeste R on stream. And this is a clip of him telling his mods to apparently delete all the VODs and clips after he ends the stream.
Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spot me. Oh, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. And I mean, look at what Celeste is wearing. I mean, is that not weird? Like, I don't know. It looks like she's trying to hide herself for whatever reason. I mean, if you look at this picture too on the right, the one that was on the story that was like put out to close friends and whatnot. I mean, she's covering up her face and whatnot. Like, to me, it looks like they're hiding her, or at least trying to. But he also wants to show her off. We have another clip from one of his streams with Celeste, and Chad is making Epstein jokes.
He trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
Looks like we got another tweet from Feared Buck. Alleged footage of Celeste R backstage with David's brother after David's show on June 27th, 2024 has resurfaced. So yeah, again, it's alleged. We don't know for sure if this is her. But again, I mean, she's covering herself up and like, it looks like trying to hide. Now, anyways, moving on to some of the screenshots of DMs that have came out. And yeah, here we go. Discord messages, some from 2024, some from 2022. Celeste being referred to as David's girlfriend. Somebody says he has a GF. Somebody else says, pretty sure he's dating right now. Somebody else says, what? And then this person says, yeah, skull emoji. Her name is Celeste. David says, at everyone, I'm in a song crisis right now. And then somebody says in response, drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We got a picture of the supposed Discord of Celeste right here for anybody who is interested. David says, Celeste in here? Celeste replies with, hi, David, Bart. It looks like we have another screenshot screenshot in this thread that I'm looking at that has a Reddit comment. By the way, this is hearsay, so that means we don't know if it's the truth or not, but let's take a look. This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from IE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD sweeped his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who is in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. We have a screenshot of a FaceTime call. We have another Reddit reply that's been downvoted. This guy is a blank from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. Let's call her C. And she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now. And it turns out C's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouths shut. C has been missing for over a month now and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on. Messages from the victim. Her and David had blank. I'm sure when messages were sent, so I cannot say how old she was. But if we go off the timeline, she's between 13 and 15. This is blank. I'm just gonna check up on you. I don't want to talk to anyone. That's it. Okay, yes, of course. But you have to swear you're gonna stay safe. Are you still gonna talk to David or go back with him? Because I don't want you to get into any more trouble with him. Allegedly, Celeste says, I'm safe. No, I'm not. Person who's sending messages says, okay, I love you. I'll text you in about a week. Don't delete Insta. She says, love you too, and I won't. The person said, I made it. Allegedly, Celeste says, it can bleed and not bleed during blank because you probably did it when you were younger. The person who's messaging her says, you don't have to bleed the first time. Allegedly, Celeste says, I didn't because I wasn't blank word I cannot say. You said you bled what? I thought I did, but I just got my period. I only bled with David. I was just drunk and did it because he got mad at me the first time for not having blank with him. Yeah, if this turns out, and I mean, we're not even like done going through all of what's here, but if this turns out to actually be true, I mean, besides the murder, he's cooked. He's just fucking cooked. He needs to be thrown away. Lock the key. Lock him up right now. We have some more people with hearsay stating, not even a year ago, my homie told me that David guy owns someone money in Lake Elsinore. Now this girl is dead missing from Elsinore. Weird. He told me he gave someone in Elsinore money because he was with a minor and showed me a picture of it too. I didn't even know if I believed it at the time, but now I'm tweaking. We have some more random screenshots of them being in calls and whatnot and listening to music together. We have some additional screenshots in the form of a video if you guys want to take a look at that. Now, with that all being said, I mean, there's just so much to go through, and I don't want to make this a huge long video. I will link the thread that I'm taking all this information from for you guys down below. Just once again, when you're looking at stuff like this and going around the internet, like trying to figure out, oh, hey, what's this piece of evidence right here? What's that? Just make sure, I mean, you take it with like a grain of salt, because once again, screenshots of like DMs and stuff like that can easily be faked and whatnot. Things could be like misrepresented or taken out of context. So, I mean, you just remember and have media literacy when you're online going through these. Now, anyways, with that all being said, I went through a lot of and most of what has happened so far. I mean, if anything else happens, if he gets arrested and whatnot, I'll come on and make another video. If any like big stuff comes out, I will make another video. But yeah, no, honestly, just an awful situation. And honestly, condolences to the family of that young girl, because they didn't deserve this at all. I mean, my opinion is that like he should already be locked up for even having said relationship with this girl. But if it turns out he actually murdered her too, or had some sort of connection to it, give him life in prison. Honestly, I feel like this is worthy of life in prison. I mean, that's just an opinion, by the way, but I don't think anybody disagrees with me when it comes down to that either. That's the thing. Like, I think we're all on the same page here. And if he did do this, whoever did this needs to be like thrown away, locked in a cell, and stay in there until the end of their days. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, comment, and subscribe. And my name is Breone, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.